He's not the richest man in the world, but bank statements are the least of his problems when he's too busy revolutionizing transportation. Being a CEO, a philanthropist, and a tech business mogul, and also a loving father of a big family, the SpaceX founder is worth $94.8 billion, currently taking 4th place on Forbes' real-time billionaire list. As a multi-billionaire who runs his own massive automotive company, it only makes sense that the South African-born entrepreneur has his own cool car collection. And before you react, no, we're not just talking about his line of electric cars. Let's take a look at some of the set of wheels Elon Musk owns, or owned. Number 1. 1978 BMW 320i. I'm sure almost everyone remembers their very first car, no matter how old or underwhelming it looks. Elon Musk got his first car back in 1994. The classic two-door sedan made its first public appearance at the Munich Olympic Stadium, being the first of the BMW 3 Series. It was manufactured in 1975, but made available in the US in 1977. Elon bought a second-hand version at only $1,400. Though he had fixed the car himself, eventually its cheap price caught up to it. Only after 2 years, one of the car's wheels fell off after one of his interns took it for a couple of rides. Number 2. 1967 Jaguar E-Type Roadster. Though this isn't his very first car, this is certainly his first love. After being handed a book of the greatest classic convertibles at 17, the young Elon Musk instantly fell in love with the Jaguar Roadster and swore that if he ever had enough money, he'd certainly buy it. When he first got his big bonus, $40,000, from several of his investors, it was an easy choice for the man. At that time, together with his brother, had already launched their first web software company, Z2. In an interview with Forbes back in 2012, Elon had described the classic car like a bad girlfriend, because it kept breaking down and had a lot of problems. Looks like the Jaguar was not only his first love, but also his first heartbreak too. Number 3. 1976 Lotus Esprit, Wet Nelly. In 2013, one of Elon's representatives was armed and ready to place his bid for this iconic James Bond memorabilia. It's technically not a functioning car, and certainly not one you can maneuver underwater, but it certainly looks the coolest, in my opinion. The Wet Nelly was created as an underwater prop by a company from Florida and only costed $100,000. But Elon got it for $1 million after the bidding. He later admitted that he was a bit disappointed when he found out that the ride doesn't transform in real life, but further stated he'll make adjustments to make it transform for real. End quote. Until now, we're all still desperately waiting for updates. Number 4. 1997 McLaren F1. After selling PayPal and receiving funds from Z2, Elon had the opportunity to buy, in his opinion, one of the best cars to exist. And he really did love the F1. For several years, the billionaire drove the sweet ride in his trips from LA to San Francisco. This supercar was not only a beauty, but a super rare. Only 106 McLaren F1s were manufactured, making it one of the most exclusive cars in the world. Elon got to own one of only 7 that was imported in the US in 1997. At a top speed of 240 miles per hour, it remains to be one of the fastest road cars ever built. In a bout of recklessness, during the year 2000, Elon had totally wrecked the car while driving with his friend Peter Thiel. Fortunately, both emerged unharmed after the accident. Though the F1 was eventually repaired, the Tesla CEO decided to sell it in 2007 because he didn't want people always writing that he has a high-performance gasoline sports car. Number 5. 2010 Audi Q7. It's customary that once you have kids, you want to buy family-friendly cars. That means goodbye luxury cars and hello SUVs, sedans, and minivans. As I've said earlier, Elon has a big family. His first wife gave birth to 5 children, twins in 2004 and triplets in 2006. Back then, Tesla was still trying to create a 2-seater car, so Musk decided to get the Audi Q7, which was actually the most luxurious SUV in the world at that time. Though he liked the exterior look, he wasn't a big fan of the interior, particularly how the back seat felt impossible to reach. He found the design horrendous, but this was what inspired him to add Falcon wing doors to Tesla's Model X to give easier access to its back seats, especially when parked in tight areas. It really shows that when you're an innovator like Musk, an inconvenience is just another opportunity for improvement. Number 6. 2006 Hamman BMW M5. The M5 was already considered a top model in and of itself, but Hamman, which is a car tuning company whose specialties include BMWs, made it even more remarkable. By removing its V10 engine limiter, the Hamman BMW can reach incredible top speeds, from the original 155 miles per hour to 199 miles per hour. This car could have inspired the release of the Tesla's Model S ludicrous mode, and also the fact that Elon's also a fan of speed. This Hamman model also has far enhanced aerodynamics, unique rims, better performance, plus a wider and more fierce-looking exterior finish. Really top-notch for a four-seater sedan. Number 7. 1920 Ford Model T. In 2017, a dear friend had gifted the 48-year-old a vintage Ford Model T. This model was sold beginning 1908 until 1927. The historic car was one of the very first attempts to make cars more accessible and affordable to the public, and it became so famous and revolutionary that it's considered the most influential car of the 20th century, a fitting gift for one of the world's most powerful people and most innovative leaders. Number 8. Tesla Roadster. As Tesla's CEO, Elon's first grand plan for the company was, quote, build sports car, use that money to build an affordable car, use that money to build an even more affordable car. While doing above, also provide zero-emission, electric power generation options, end quote. Thus, in 2008, the Tesla Roadster was born. It was the first ever all-electric car in the world, completely powered by lithium-ion battery cells. It is able to successfully reach 394 kilometers in a single charge, the first production electric car to do so. To add to this list, it is also the first car ever to be launched in space. Perks when you're the CEO of both an automotive company and an aerospace company. Ever since its release till its space launch in 2017, this has been Elon's regular commute car. I can understand why. The 2008 first-generation Roadster was already able to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 to 3.9 seconds. Same with the Lamborghini Gallardo. A second-generation Roadster was announced to be released in 2021. Elon boasts of a 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.1 seconds and a whopping 1.9 seconds if you add rocket thruster options. But this info details aren't 100% clear yet. Number 9. 2019 Tesla Model S Performance. The release of the 2012 Model S sedan was definitely a game-changer for America's automotive landscape, especially with the introduction of a second version in 2019. The Model S Performance not only solidified the fact that emerging electric cars can travel far, reaching distances in a single charge, but you can also have a bit of fun. Its high performance combined with high acceleration speed, especially with its ludicrous mode. A few of its techs include autopilot on standard, a huge info entertainment screen, a remote-controlled driving feature, and a full self-driving mode if you pay extra. By the way, the last feature also includes self-parking, navigation while on autopilot, traffic light recognition, and many more. Included in his collection are the Tesla Model X and Model 3, which he usually drives around when he's with his kids. By the way, all of those Tesla models I mentioned are among the top fastest battery-powered cars in the world today. Number 10. 2020 Tesla Cybertruck. This futuristic-looking pickup is the latest to be unveiled this year. The 6-seater EV truck has a range of 500 miles with its entire body made of 30 times cold-rolled stainless steel and armored glass. Musk actually drove the prototype to dinner in Malibu. After its reveal, over 20,000 people had put down their $100 deposits to secure their very own Cybertruck pickup. Number 11. Porsche 911 Turbo. This high-performance car had gone through countless modifications and development. Ever since its introduction in 1964, it is considered one of the most successful competition cars, maintaining its position as one of the top sports cars in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The 911 Turbo is an iconic piece and is one of the best driver cars in the world, so of course Elon owns one too. What's more interesting to know is that it was actually his quest and desire to turn his Porsche into a battery-powered one that led him to discover an e-car startup company named Tesla Motors. And of course, the rest is history. And there you have it, folks. What do you think of Elon Musk's car collection? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with the notification bell to get more interesting videos just like this one.